So how's my little man, my Autopharynx tetrastigma? How's he doing living with these big beasts that are in this tank? Well, the truth is he's doing fine. And I think as I've said before, he's a little bit too small and too different to really appear as a threat to some of these much bigger fish. He really can't fit in their mouth. And I don't think anyone sees him as a problem. He kind of stays out of their way. He's either very high in the tank, as he is there, or he comes down very low and hangs around the bottom. He tends to eat off the bottom a lot, so I've got to make sure that the food that I put in gets down to the bottom for him. But there are some fish in here, like this big Buccochromis rhodesii yellow, that could probably take him out with one real hard hit, just because of the large amount of body mass that he has. But none of that's going on. He's just hanging around, despite being noticeably much smaller than everybody else. Now granted, one of the things I looked for as part of his quarantine period was to make sure that he had attitude. And by that what I mean is that he was attacking his food, that he was eating really, really well, and wasn't being shy and curled up in the back corner of the tank. So I really made sure in quarantine that he came over with the right amount of, a little bit of swagger. But I do that with any fish I quarantine, especially fish that are going to be going into this 300-gallon aquarium. The fish I was worried about was this fire hap that can be overly aggressive, the Buccochromis rhodesii yellow that I've showed you already, because he gets in a mood sometimes. Those are the only two fish I thought could really be a problem for him. The other fish really, despite being notorious African cichlids, are actually pretty peaceful, pretty mellow. They accepted the gar without a problem. He was not putting on some good size. They didn't give the Venusus any problem when I put him in. Of course, Venusus come with a lot of attitude. They're pretty good with the sand diver. And you can see none of those fish are displaying any fin damage, marks on the side of the body where they might have taken a hard hit, any damage to the tail. I think it's important that there be a fair number of tank mates to keep everybody distracted, enough space to swim around in, and some things like these tall plants that break up the line of sight, so a fish could take a break and hide if he needs to. But overall, and up till right now, I would say the adding of my little Autopharynx tetrastigma has been a success. So there you have it. Some more fish are going to be added to this tank. I am working out something with Beantown Aquatics, so stay tuned for that. I think a tank this size is going to be able to accommodate at least, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 more fish easily without really a problem. When you do that, though, you just have to watch the frequency of water changes, the amount of water change, because of course you'll be putting a lot more food into the aquarium. These fish are really getting fed once a day now. I was feeding them twice a day for a while, but I think once a day is fine. Thank you so much for watching. Maybe I'll see you on Saturday at the Cichlids and Coffee live stream. That's at 11 a.m. Central Time on Saturday. And if you like what you see on this channel, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let YouTube know something good's going on here. Thank you, my friends. I'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye.